Hello and welcome back everyone to Nerdy Nekoma. Today's video is called Kitten Sneezes and it's a BokuAkaKuroKen Fluff one-shot for the most part. It is a Sickfic. I've gotten this request twice by now through a request form to have a Kenma Sickfic, so here we go. Also, special shout out to Ferret who seemed really excited for this on my Discord server. I hope you enjoy it. Let's go! Kenma woke up more disoriented than usual. He blinked against the warm light flooding into their window, betraying that it must already be late in the morning, if not early afternoon. He yawned and groaned as it was met with a dull pain in his head. He knew that he worked longer yesterday than he should have, but not that long. Usually his social hangovers from streaming had gotten less and less over the years as he became more comfortable and skilled at the craft, and at knowing how to deal with trolls. Today, however, his head was pounding in protest as he sat up, and he felt a little stuffy, as if he had been wrapped in cotton. He blinked and rubbed his eyes. One glance at the clock told him that it was far later in the day than he would usually get up, and as his gaze wandered to the side, he found a note partially answering why. Morning, love. I hope you didn't sleep too long without me there. I have to go to the office today, and I will only be home after Ko and Tetsu. Have a great day and eat something. Tetsu made bento boxes for all of us. Love, Kiji. Kenma sighed, but couldn't help the smile curling his lips upwards. He traced the little hearts and swirls the dark hair had added to the page with his fingers. Outside of them, he doubted anyone would ever expect these little, quite cheesy things the editor did for them. He himself had been surprised as he first started to notice them, and even now the familiar warmth spread like a comforting balm on his skin. With a sigh, he got up from the bed. The sight greeting him in the bathroom mirror showed that despite how late it was, he perhaps should have slept for a little longer. He looked exhausted, even paler than usual, and utterly disheveled. Kenma groaned at the thought that if Kuro saw him like this, nothing would stop the toddler from fussing over him the whole day. He splashed his face with water and quickly combed with his fingers through his hair before putting it up in a ponytail. It helped a little, but the cough suddenly shaking him was counterproductive. With quick steps, he moved to throw on one of Bokuta's hoodies and a pair of comfortable sweatpants. He eyed a black skirt briefly as an alternative, but for some reason, ever since he left the bed, he couldn't help but feel cold. It led him to ultimately sit wrapped up in a fluffy blanket in front of his PC while begrudgingly answering some emails, checking in with his video editors, and proceeding to plan a few video scripts. By the time the cold, now newly accompanied with sneezing, became more annoying, he was already engrossed in the tasks at hand and too stubborn to take a break. It all came to a sudden stop when he heard a knock on his door and flinched. He cursed internally as his eyes diverted from the monitors in front of him for the first time in hours, only to notice that the sky outside already began darkening again. His cheeks burnt red at being caught as he glanced to the doorframe. It didn't get better when he recognized Kuro leaning against it, the bento Kiji had mentioned in hand. So, I don't assume you made yourself some food because you suddenly developed a distaste to mine? The gamer pressed his lips together in frustration. Kuro's tone didn't indicate any anger, but a tiredness that could easily be read as disappointment, and that felt even worse. Sorry. He heard the other sigh and his steps as he approached him. You know that I'm not mad or anything, just... I understand that you forget sometimes, when really focused on something, and of no fault of your own. I might not fully comprehend it since I don't experience it myself, but I get it. I'm just worried. They had this conversation before, and Kenma didn't even have to look up to see the small smile spread on Kuro's lips as he finished his sentence for him. Yeah. He gently took Kenma's hand from in between the layers of fabric Kenma had buried himself in. Come on, cuddle my dinner. Kenma's eyes widened slightly and he raised an eyebrow. His shocked expression coaxed a laugh from Koro as he finally faced him properly. Don't worry, he brought takeout. Katie should be here in a couple of minutes too. The blonde reciprocated the smile and nodded. He paused when the movement caused his vision to blur and headache to intensify. He was in the process of figuring out how to make sure Koro didn't notice when the toddler leaned down to place a kiss on his temple and paused. You feel warm. Kenma nodded again, a little disoriented as he fought himself out of the blanket's nest, oddly enough feeling increasingly cold in doing so. Probably forgot. Stayed in the blankets for too long. Koro watched him a little skeptically as he got up and made his way to the hallway. At the door frame he paused, just like Koro before, but in his case he leaned onto it for support, suddenly out of breath. Or I'm just sick. He groaned as he was forced to admit defeat. It didn't help that the sudden cold after being freed from his blankets coaxed his chest to constrict again in a coughing fit. Koro quickly rushed over to soothingly pat his back. Once calmed, the black kid inspected him more closely, now with this adorable concerned expression on his face that Kenma just, adored. He smiled as he watched him with his pretended calm, lay his hand on his forehead and searched his eyes for signs of pain. Once their eyes met and Koro noticed Kenma staring, he sighed but reciprocated the smile. Come on, I think you have a fever. Rest and I'll bring you some of the food, okay? Kenma nodded but made no attempt to move as Koro gently tugged at his hand to guide him to their bedroom. Surprised, the toddler looked at him. I'm not about to get all of you sick. Who's gonna take care of me then? A faint pout formed on his face and he crossed his arms before turning back, this time aiming for the smaller bed in the gaming room. He felt like his head had been wrapped in cotton, but managed to reach it nonetheless without stumbling or passing out, which he took as a win. Kenma let himself flop onto the mattress and slowly crawled to the middle of the bed. He felt immediately drowsy enough to fall asleep again. The last thing he noticed was another weight being placed on top of him. He thought it might have been another blanket Koro draped over him, but was not lucid enough anymore to confirm that theory. The next time he awoke, it was pleasantly dark, which, as it turned out, was just a result of the blinds being shut tightly. He watched them with lazy fascination for a while as they swayed in the mild winds of an open window. Simultaneously, he pulled the blanket closer again, once more interrupted by a knock on his door. He expected it to be Akashi and was a little surprised but not at all disappointed when he saw Bokuto. Hey. The ace smiled at him and immediately Kenma felt warmer, though slowly his confusion caught up with him. Don't you have work? If the blinds were required to shut the light out, it surely was past morning already. The toddler shook his head and walked in with a tray of food. I took the day off. Keiichi is very busy at the office at the moment, and Tetsu too, so I thought I'd take care of you this time. He grinned and placed the tray on his nightstand. Kenma frowned slightly at his reply and tried to sit up, which was met with a stabbing pain in his head. Of course the other noticed and immediately offered him some medicine, which he gladly accepted. I can take care of myself. Bokuto hummed and handed him the food. I know, but it's much more comfortable if someone else does it, right? Especially when sick. Again, a wave of warmth washed over him at Bokuto's smile, and he nodded slowly. He patted the bed next to him and without further questions, the ace sat down. They spent the moment in comfortable silence, as silent as Bokuto could be, as he hummed or began drumming with his fingers on something. Kenma ate the breakfast the other had prepared for him, and Bokuto took the parts he didn't like. It was like an unspoken agreement between the two. Kenma was very selective when it came to food, while Bokuto was always happy to try something new. So whenever they ate dinner at a restaurant, he took what Kenma didn't enjoy and gave him some of the parts of his meal that he did. When they were done, the toddler put the tray aside again, and while Kenma previously had planned to ask him to play a few rounds of Mario Kart, he now felt increasingly tired once more. It didn't help that Katara suddenly began massaging his scalp soothingly and let him rest against his side. Even with all those muscles, he was still so comfortable and so pleasantly warm. The small vibrations resonating in his chest from his humming effectively lulled him deeper to relax, and soon his breathing calmed once more as his consciousness slipped away into sleep. Thank you all so much for watching this one shot to the end. I thought we needed a little bit more fluff on this channel, especially considering what's still to come. Prepare for tomorrow. But on that note, I've gotten 2 requests for Kenma Sickfic, so who wants a angstier second version? If so, put that in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on anything in the future. And yeah, if you have any requests aside from that, tell me in the request form, it is linked in the description, and tell me your favorite quote under the pinned comment. A special thanks as always goes out to my Nerdneckos. You are the best. You help me out so much, and like making this channel that I can continue uploading as frequently as I do. Here are my other social media. Oh my god, I cannot talk today. Seriously. Check it out if you like. And here's more content. The algorithm loves when you click on those. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful and amazing day. Bye everybody. See you soon.
Step 4. Everybody just do your thing. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good